So we are going to look at what a theory of change is, the components of a theory of change, how you come up with a theory of change diagram, and the factors to consider when you're developing a theory of change. So how is it you can be able to develop your own theory of change? I'll also explore in detail why it's important to have a theory of change. And finally, we'll see how to review and make sure you've made a good, what I'll refer to frequently as TOC, a theory of change. So basically, when we talk about a theory of change, it's really a description of how an intervention is believed to deliver the desired results. What do I mean? You have a problem of water. Okay, we have a problem of water in our community. And so we look around and ask ourselves, how is it that we can be able to get clean drinking water in our community? So the description of that intervention that will deliver the desired results, that is what we're calling a theory of change. And for us, what we could be able to say is, we can look around and say, one, we can be able to dig a borehole. And then we can look around and say, two, probably we can work with pipeline. We can get pipeline water to give us fresh drinking water. Or three, we could say, maybe because of one challenge here and there, and maybe it's just a small population, we can get a water truck to come to our community every week. So you're able to see all those are solutions to a problem, are interventions to a problem that we are having. And what we'll do will give us the desired results. It's a representation of how and why a complex change process will succeed under specific circumstances. So a theory of change, it just really shows you have a problem and there's somewhere you need to get to, which is your impact, and there's a way that you need to get to that impact, which is the solutions that you're seeking. So a theory of change explains why we think certain actions will produce desired change in a given context. So for us, in the context that I provided previously, we believe, let's say we said we'll have piped water. We believe that the solution of piped water from the city council will be able to give the community members clean drinking water. So most of the time, a theory of change is explained as a diagram and as a chart. And how it does this, like I've been able to mention, it just clearly shows you, number one, we have a problem. Number two, we need to do something to address this problem. Number three, once we address this problem, there's somewhere that we are getting to. There's a vision, what you're calling the impact. There's a vision of what eventually we should achieve. We have a format that enables you to put your theory of change in a diagrammatic representation. And it looks at one, the problem. Remember, we talked about the problem of gender-based violence, and then it looks at the impact. Where do you want to go? You know, when we talk about gender-based violence, in the case of Rhoda, it's that they want to reduce gender-based violence in the community. Then the question becomes, how do you do that? And how do you do that is what we call the strategies. And then once you've carried out your actions and your strategies, what direct results do you get from that? You know, and then finally, we're going to look at the outcomes. So I want to run us with an actual example on how to develop a theory of change. And even as we move through these examples, I want each and every one of you to try and personalize the examples to your organization. So until there, I hope you're all very excited to get started on your theory of change as an organization, because it's really a tool that will help you to easily understand what you do, really, what you do as an organization. And so in creating a theory of change, this is something we'll be talking about, but it's really simple. It's just following those steps. Get your problem, identify your end goal, where you want to go, the impact you'll achieve, and then find out how is it? What are the strategies that you need to get there? What are the strategies you need? What are the strategies you can afford? What is the capacity that you have to engage those strategies? And then define your outputs, define your outcomes, and then just make a nice visual representation of what that looks like.